appreciate our friends over that way. And we also want to give a big shout out to all of our friends tuning in from New Hope Regeneration. Thank you so much for all of your help. And big shout out to our friends over at Patriot Empowerment. We'll go ahead and start this press conference off with our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Noah Chen and Steven Martinez.
What's that? I mean, you're making that.
All right, these gentlemen are going to be battling for your entertainment tomorrow. Two of the most gentleman-like competitors in the scene. Why don't we go ahead and first start off by saying, hello, Noah Chen, how have you been? What have you been up to lately, sir?
Been good, Raph. Good to see you again. Just up to the usual, training, competing, flying around the world a little bit, and just getting ready for the match.
When you say around the world, where were you recently?
Recently, Italy, Spain, and Tahiti in the last about month.
And you were teaching some seminars out there or doing some like workshops with folks?
Yeah, that's correct. So I had 2 seminars, or actually 3 in Italy. I taught the no-gi classes for this jiu-jitsu surf camp in Spain. And then I competed in Tahiti just as a little warm-up for this match.
What was the tournament scene like out in Tahiti, sir?
It's cool, man. It's still developing. The guys out there are strong as hell, kind of like that farmer strength, so they're persistent, they don't give up, but it's a developing scene. The last time I was there was about 7 years ago, so it's kind of cool to be back.
Love to see that. Steven Martinez, you're always busy, you're always on our cards. You are instrumental in making a new development for us here. You have been spearheading a new tournament for us. You've been helping us to find the individuals. What can you tell us about the tournament that people can expect to see tomorrow, sir?
Yeah, tomorrow I have a lot of students that are in current law enforcement, and they were in a quintet tournament that was supposed to happen, and the promoter ended up cutting the show. So I was like, well, why don't we try and throw it? And I called Michael the same day, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. So we put together 4 teams, a quintet-style tournament. We have LAPD has a team put together, Santa Ana PD, Riverside PD, and San Bernardino. So each team put together 5 guys, and it should be a cool showcase of showing the level that active law enforcement can get to. And it's cool that they're going to be able to showcase for the department.
Now, compared to other tournaments or other competitions, do you feel, and this is just a question of your temperature on this, do you feel there's more bragging rights and more at stake when you're representing a crew like these folks will be?
Yeah, I think they want to show that their department is the best, and it's all 4 local departments. I don't know if there's any like little feuds going on, but I'm sure every department thinks they're the best. And I know firsthand that they're bringing in high-level guys to this match. A lot of black belts. I have students on every team, so that's something I'm proud of. And I know that all these guys are high level as well as great law enforcement officers.
Well, thank you for helping spearhead that, and I'm glad we were able to make that happen here because we have done team tournaments before, and they're so much fun, and I'm so excited to be able to narrate those tomorrow on commentary. But let's talk about you. This is a return to form. We're always happy to have you on our cards. What excited you about this opportunity and this match?
It's always it's nice to change it up and do a combat jiu-jitsu match every now and then. And I wanted to challenge myself and go for the belt. And I know Noah doesn't have the belt, but you got to work your way up the ladder. And Noah was the former champion, so I got to start from the bottom. And just look forward to always competing against the young guys. And I love competing on the Subversiv stage. Unfortunately, the last one I was injured, so hopefully this time it's a better outcome.
Absolutely, and I mean, what a testament. That was only a couple of months ago, and here we are right back at it, and not at all, doesn't look like a scratch on you, Steven Martinez, so always good to see you back. For you, Noah, what does this mean? Because the last time we left off, you were telling us you were hungry for more. You were telling us you want the next challenge, you want the next thing. We got you a pretty good thing. So for you, what does this match mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's just another way to test myself. Steve was a great competitor. He's medaled at some of the highest IBJJF tournaments out there. He's got a great resume behind him. So, yeah, it's just another chance to, put myself in the win column against a great opponent and just show my developments as they've been coming along for the months.
For you, when you say that you've been seeing, Steven's been competing for a long time, is there anything that you admire about his game? Anything that you've seen over the years that you've been like, man, I do like that, or oh man, I want to steal that from him?
Yeah, I mean, I admire that he's still competing at the highest level possible. Given the age difference between us, so you gotta admire that for sure. And I think we have a fairly similar game. I mean, we both like to play top game, pressure. Just really, being the guy from top and, making them just make it a grueling match for them, throughout the whole thing. So, yeah, man, I think it's just great to have someone like him on the card to go against him and, just keep proving again why I deserve that rematch for the belt. And also, yeah, I admire how long he's been in the game for and how much he's still, continuing to compete.
Same question to you over Steven. You see somebody like him who's very, very good on the scene. He definitely has been putting together wins for us here at Subversiv. You've had a first-hand look at some of his matches as well. What do you think about his game, and is there anything that you admire about his game?
Yeah, the same. I'm always excited to test myself against any opponent, but especially against the younger guys. I am getting a little bit older, been on the scene for a little while, and it's just nice that I can still compete against the young guys and show that I'm still one of the top guys, at least in Southern California.
No, you're pretty timeless, Steven. I don't know what you're talking about. You compete a lot better than most people at your age, dude, because I'm not too far off, and you make us look bad, and I'm only a couple years ahead of you, my friend. But I got to tell you this is great stuff. What's that? I did see that. It was very unique. So we have somebody here who has something, right? Okay. So is this implying something? Does this match have implications? What is this? Sure. Would the champ like to come up and chat? Well, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Subversiv champion, Kamoy Anderson, everybody. I'm going to do something that I would never do. I'm actually going to let Kamoy ask them some questions because, you guys, I'm just a neutral party. I like both of you guys a lot. Kamoy might have some other feelings. Kamoy, the microphone's yours. Ask these gentlemen, who could be potentially your opponent, any question that might kind of run in your mind.
All right, let's start with Noah. Noah, you're already 2-0 against me, with me beating you twice. What makes you think anybody want to see that match again?
Just the fact that I've won the last two. I obviously plan to win this one as well. And there's nobody really else in the division. They have to get a bigger guy to go against me every time because nobody else can obviously, give me a credible match. So, yeah, I've done the work to get back to that top spot. And I think it's only fair for another rematch.
Right, so you have been doing good. You have been competing for Subversiv and winning, but you already lost against the champion twice. I'm saying that people might want to see fresh faces up here. I feel like you had all those opportunities already. Let's give somebody else an opportunity.
Yeah, we got to give opportunities to the people that deserve it. You can't just cut in line for whatever you want. So that's really all I got to say there.
And same question for Steven. I already have a submission win against you. Yes, you have a points win against me. Why should we do it again?
Yeah, we can see if we can which one of us can get ahead. I know you want to get another sub, and I want to get a sub too.
Okay, and the same thing. You've been in the scene for a long time. You have many opportunities. Why not give an opportunity to a brand new, fresh up-and-comer? You had your time. You had your opportunity. What do you think?
That's why I'm here, just trying to earn another opportunity and test myself against another young guy. And then if I win, then I think that proves I get an opportunity at the belt.
Okay. All right, question to you. Do you see yourself getting a submission against Noah?
I always visualize Mike getting the submission against any opponent, but I know Noah's going to bring his A game. It's not going to make it easy, but I definitely see myself getting a submission tomorrow.
Same question for you, Noah. Do you see yourself submitting Steven Martinez?
Yeah, similar answer. I mean, I always look for the finish of the fight. You know, it's better to not leave it up to the judges, so I'll certainly be hunting for it. But yeah, I mean, Steven's obviously going to be quite a match, so all I know in the end, you know, I'll be the one to win. But, you know, the sub would be nice to add to that, for sure.
All right, last thing I got to say is I hope you guys have a good match. No matter the outcome, you guys still going to be at the back of the line. Sorry. Thank you, guys.
I'd like to thank Kamoy for not chewing gum while doing this. Gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and doing a face-off over here. We will get you guys on in. As a reminder, you guys can check this on out. Spectation Sports tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you can't make it live, there are still tickets available. You can find those at Subversiv BJJ, and you're not going to want to miss it because this is going to be an excellent match. Two stalwarts, two incredible jiu-jitsu games. Don't miss out. Ladies and gentlemen, Steven Martinez and Nguyen Chen. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Appreciate your time. This is a hell of a watch, by the way. I'm jealous. I've been staring at it the whole time. I almost tried to pickpocket it, but I already know your game. I don't want that top pressure. Much appreciation to that. We are going to continue on right here, and if I could get a quick note from Rich. Rich, do you mind your iPad turned off? I don't want to go into your files here, sir. I mean, I'll peek through what you got, man. I got no issues with that. Thank you for that. Got you? All right, why don't we go ahead and call up next Alejandra Lara. Alejandra Lara, come on up. Y'all can clap, you know that, right? Like, you have hands. You can clap for one of our combat athletes. Pleasure to see you. Go ahead and take a seat. Alejandra, how are you feeling right now?
Hi, I'm good. I already ate, so that's nice.
Replenished, you're feeling good. This hair is spectacular, by the way. Who did this?
Well, I did it in Mexico before coming here. Yeah, it's a very important part of the preparation.
You consider this part of the preparation of going to war and getting ready for a big match, I'm sure.
Of course, you know, nails, makeup, well, it's part of the job.
That is awesome. I have to ask this, because for you, what is the excitement of being the main event here at Subversiv Fight Club?
Well, I really appreciate this opportunity because it's a big thing. It's the first female male main event, and of course I'm proud of this. I know all the Subversiv team appreciate my style. Last time I've been here, they just met the beast, and that's what I'm bringing here.
When you say they met the beast, is that a different side of you? Is that just who you emerge as when you're competing? What is that purpose for you?
Yeah, well, I think I'm a mix of a lot of things. I'm a mixed martial artist, but also I'm a very complete athlete. I mean, I've been training underwater. I'm bringing my Budokan training with Cameron Shane in my corner. I'm also working in my wrestling very hard with my coach, Victor Hans Toro in Guadalajara, where I train. But also all my skills, like my aerial silks train, and a lot of different things that make me the athlete that I am, but also this aggressiveness that we need to be here, and that's what I refer when I am talking about the beast, and that's something that you cannot fake. It's something that you have or you don't, and I know, I mean, that's why I'm a fighter. That's why it's because I have that instinct of smashing.
Well, I'm so glad that you have this personality, this feel because you have been paired up with somebody who is also very aggressive, has some incredible wrestling of her own. So what do you know about your opponent, and what can you tell us about her?
Yeah, that what you just mentioned is what I know about her. I know she is aggressive, she likes to go forward, and that's why this is a main event. It's a great match, and it's gonna be fireworks because of it. I mean, we are, yeah, fire.
That's an appropriate word. I like that. When you mentioned that, you touched on it a little bit earlier, but I wanted to ask this specifically. What does it feel like to be one of the first main events that is a women's match in an event like this? For you, do you feel like, what do you feel about that, I guess, is what I'm trying to ask.
Well, I'm glad because we are breaking stereotypes. I mean, they know we are going to be one of the best fights of the night. And that's not because we are girls, or maybe it's white, but it's because we have that spirit of going forward, of breaking what's in front of us, and that's what we all want. We want the show, and we're not afraid of this, and that's what all of us want to see tomorrow.
I have to ask this. What are you doing when you're not on the mats? Like, what are you doing to get your mind away from all this? When you're not being the beast, what does a regular day look like for you?
Well, I'm training all the time, my striking, my grappling, my conditioning, but also I am very into meditation and yoga sometimes, qigong, and underwater training. I'm teaching kids. Yeah, I'm very into teaching, kickboxing, and also to the kids. And I'm teaching also the underwater training. I started in Deep End Fitness San Diego. I certified as instructor there, and I am working with that in Guadalajara. So that's my life now.
That sounds like a pretty cool life. Do you have any funny stories about like teaching kids? Have you run into anything funny? Because kids are very honest, and they can let you know sometimes something that you may not know or feel, and they might point out something, or they just might be saying 6-7 at you and saying you don't know what that means.
Yeah, they keep you aware of everything. You cannot just like talk like, hey. They make me keeping in touch with my hard voice, because you need to be disciplined, you need to be hard, and you also need to be soft, because they're children and you need to let them play, let them rest, but also give them the discipline and to teach them martial arts, and that keeps you in contact with that part. Well, for me, that's amazing, and I love my job because of that. Like, I've always hoped to teach children, so I love that. And yeah, it's teaching me a lot of things all the time too.
You sound very fulfilled with that, and I think that's pretty dope. Here's what I'd like to do. That is the camera right there. I would love for you to tell the people right there why they should tune in to you tomorrow at spectationsports.com, or come watch you live here at Ovation Square.
Yeah, if you want to see the real essence of combat jiu-jitsu, don't miss my fight. I mean, this is going to be the show, and yeah, you just keep watching because it's going to be fireworks, I promise.
Well, I love that. Promising fireworks. If anybody's seen your work, they know you're not lying on that. Alejandra, we're going to let you get on out of here. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Alejandra Lara.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you so much. All right. Let's continue this on right now. We're going to move to Bella Miller. Bella Miller. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are we going with Cody? Gotcha. My apologies. We're going to go to Cody Davis. Not very much Bella Miller. His own man in his own right. Cody Davis, come on up. How you doing, my man? Good to see you. How you doing? Chilling, man. Good. Take a seat over here, sir. Cody Davis, your reputation speaks for itself. You're aggressive, you're fun to watch. A little Tasmanian devil half the time when we're watching you go out there. You got energy for days, man, and it's sometimes exhausting even commentating your matches because you're moving everywhere. So I have to ask, what is new with you? What have you been up to lately, sir?
Well, lately I've been trying to get fights, but it's been hard to get me fights for some odd reason. But I just been
Maybe they
sitting-
watch how you move and they're like, nah, I don't want any part of that.
Maybe so, but I'm gonna just keep doing my thing. Nothing's gonna change. I'm gonna just keep pushing the pace and trying to finish. But just training and just same old, same old.
Okay, I need to speak person to person on this because I've been told I have a very big head. With you, what is your nickname?
Big ass Cody.
How did you get the nickname Big Ass Cody?
Well, it came from Josh Burnett actually, and it came like a long time ago. Everybody say I have these big wide shoulders and all this stuff, and next you know he just started coming to the gym. Big ass Cody, and I'm like, all right, I guess that's my name. And then I think after about my fourth or fifth fight, I'm like, let me just change my Instagram name to Big Ass Cody. And that's been my name ever since.
I will tell you as a commentator, it's not a nickname I want to say. Like half the time when I see it, I'm like, here's Cody. Like it's starting to formulate and I go, I don't feel good calling someone Big Ass Cody. Like look at this guy and his big ass Cody head. Like I can't do any of that. But I mean, speaking, your broad shoulders have kept you safe in a number of positions that other people might not have been safe in. So I could see how you got the nickname, sir.
Yeah, they have kept me very safe from a number of positions.
I have to ask, have you had a favorite Subversiv memory? Because you've been with us a couple times and you've had some really fun moments here. And I know you've had a hell of a lot of teammates compete here as well. Have you had any moments in particular stick out to you?
I think it was my very first Subversive match, and I think that moment sticks out the most because that was my first pro grappling match. And I think it was in Murrieta. It was in Murrieta as well. It was my first pro grappling match, and it was just a fun time, and it was a different experience. The mats was out there, and like the chairs, and the couches. It was like kind of like a club scene, but it was just grappling. It was pretty cool.
I mean, you've definitely come a far way because we see your work in MMA, we see what you do, but here you've acclimated very well to the type of aggression that we like to see on the mats. So what excites you about your match tomorrow?
What excites me the most is, well, it's not about that person, it's about me and myself. I am looking to try to finish all the time. I'm trying to finish. Nobody wants to sit there and look at a boring decision. I remember when I was first started doing MMA, first started doing grappling, I used to get a lot of decisions. And my coach, Chad, he used to call me the decisionator.
That's rough, yo. Chad, come on, man.
Yeah,
come on, man. You can't be doing that to him.
Hey, but it was the truth. I was
mean,
just
it's true.
getting
You know,
decisions.
a lot of things are truthful, but you don't gotta say that. You know what I'm saying, Chad?
Hey, it was the truth. I was the decisionator. Then I started to get finishes, then I want to build this reputation of just nonstop, always going.
Well, with that in mind, what are your goals? Like, because we're getting toward the end of 2025. What are you looking to do in 2026?
Well, in 2026, I'm looking to fight. It was kind of disappointing. I only fought one time this year. It was very weird. I had a lot of like my management. They was doing their best they can to give me opponents. Everybody said no in a weird way. It was kind of unbelievable. I've had a couple fights where the commission said no to it. So yeah, it was very strange. It was very weird. But I'm looking to fight more. I'm looking to go out there and compete more and just grow as a person and as an athlete.
I mean, you definitely have been growing every single time. Just on the jiu-jitsu side, MMA, you got a good team. Yeah. You got great people, so I know. And tell Jorge, a.k.a. our good friend George, he needs to chill. because I saw how good he was making it the last time, and I had to send him a text. I was like, bro, George is making you a little too good. And I'm just letting you know that I already told him, I was like, if I see him here, I'm gonna yell if you're doing too good at him. So I'll give him that in person. Other things I just wanted to bring up here. For you, tomorrow, if people are going to tune in, what can you promise them if you're looking over at that camera right there?
I promise to be first, to initiate the action. I want to push the pace. I want to try to finish. That's my promise. I want to push the pace. I want to try to finish. And my team, they won't let me sit there. They'll call me out. They'll be like, hey, what are we doing? Are we trying to finish, or are we just trying to just ride a decision? We don't do that, Stephen May. We're trying to finish. We're trying to finish fights.
Well, I have to tell you, we've given you a good dance partner. What do you know about Corvin?
Well, I just found out about Corvin, and I'm surprised he's not here, and a lot of the other athletes isn't here. Like, we're kind of supposed to be here, you know?
I will say this, Corvin has a crazy work schedule. I do know that about him. The last time he was here, wins his match,
Nice.
is super excited, and then says, I gotta go to work. So my man works the third shift. So I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow, win or lose, my man's gotta go to work too. But for you, an incredible dance partner here. I think that's gonna be a really fun match, sir.
Exactly.
Before we get you on out of here, is there any sponsors or any teammates that you want to give a shout out to who make you the grappler that you are today, sir?
Shout out to all my sponsors, my family, CMMA. Shout out to all of them for supporting me. And also shout out to the fighters that's fighting at LFA in New York tomorrow. Shout out to Luis and shout out to Lini. Go out there and do your thing.
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, spectationsports.com, and you can also get tickets here at subversivebjj.com. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Cody Davis. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
You can't get on out of here, bro. You can leave now. You're good. You don't have to pronounce, I have to get on out of here. You know that, right? You can leave. Wink. Good. All right. We're going to move on right now. Bella Miller. Bella Miller, come on up. So sorry about that. Good to see you. Good to see you. Please take a seat. Bella, how are you doing this wonderful evening?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel a little depleted, because I haven't really been eating much today.
Gotcha,
But
okay.
other than that, I'm pretty good.
So
yeah.
here's the good news. When you're done here, we're going to let you get on over to food. That's what's happening, right?
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
what food is happening as soon as we're done here?
I love I'm a steak person. I always want a juicy steak. Like a ribeye cut is my favorite. So that's usually like my go-to. So, yeah.
Do you have a particular restaurant or do you cook your own steak?
Normally I would cook my own steak, but I'm not from here. This is my first time actually being in California. Nice. So I'm going to ask one of my friends to kind of guide me and to show me around where is a good steak place.
Here's some good news
Unless
for you.
you know of a good steak
I
place.
do, but I actually will have to concede there are some steak aficionados out there. So
Okay.
I'll put you in touch with them.
All right.
We'll see what we can do in terms of guiding you to the right place.
Okay.
Let's talk about your match. How did this match come together?
It honestly, Mike set me up with a match with Taylor. He offered it to me, and I took the opportunity, just because I really wanted to be on this promotion. It's awesome. And, she's really, really good. She's talented, and I couldn't pass up on the opportunity, so.
What in particular made this promotion appeal to you?
How violent it is. So it's just like balls to the wall. You can do anything. So it's pretty cool. It's not like IBJJF, certain things, points. You're making it exciting. And I like to think that my matches when I've competed are always exciting and people love to watch. So, yeah.
What's a good fit? We do pick people who are pretty violent.
Yeah.
But we like to think that their resume is usually a promise that they're going to give a best return on demand possible. So
Yep.
you joined that ranks, and we're proud to have you here. Let's ask this, though. When you're not here, what are you doing? What are you doing off mats to just get your mind off of training? Because, everybody who's super violent has to have a different side when they're off the mats.
So off the mats, I like to, time to just like decompress. I really like strength training. I used to do like bodybuilding and stuff back then. So I really enjoy strength training, spending time with my son. That's most important to me. And just meditation, catching up on rest, spending time with family as well when I can. My family's in Washington, so I try to make time to go see them, or have them come see me. So that's usually what I like to do when I'm not training and focus on competitions.
It really is the best way to spend time,
Yeah, for
honestly.
sure.
You, especially as you get older, you find that quality of time. It's like, nope, friends, don't got time for you.
Yeah.
Family, 100%, whatever you need.
Yeah.
So let's ask this. You just told us a preview. You said, all right, I've got violence. You've spoken well of your opponent. You said, hey, you like that she goes out there, she's game for it. But if somebody's not familiar with your work, where do you feel like you have performed the best at? Like, do you have a best match that you've ever had? And if so, what made that your best match?
Honestly, what made that the best, there's this one in particular girl I could think of. I competed on this the Toro Cup promotion out in North Carolina. That's where I actually live. And she was like smashing me. And like, I was just like not wanting to give up. And I think I do well when I'm under pressure. When the pressure's on, that's when I seem to perform my best. Because I'm like all grit, like fighting for it. And that's when I usually I'm like, okay, let's do it.
That's awesome. Well, here's the good news. There's going to be pressure tomorrow, but you sound like you handle it, and it's probably going to bring out the best of you. So what I would like to ask now, if you could look into that camera right there, tell the people why they should order the pay-per-view at spectationsports.com or buy tickets at Subversiv BJJ to come see you here at Ovation Square tomorrow.
I think people should buy tickets and pay for the pay-per-views because I'm exciting to watch. I'm aggressive. I'm like a bulldog. That's my nickname. And I just don't quit. It's going to be very exciting. So I think you guys should purchase tickets, buy the pay-per-views to watch me, and you won't be disappointed.
Awesome. Do you have any shout-outs to teammates or family members or anybody who's helped you to become the grappler that you are?
I want to give a shout out to my teammates at American Jiu-Jitsu. A lot of the guys have helped me grow in this sport, especially, my coach, Kyle. I want to thank him as well. I want to thank my family too, just for supporting me whenever I needed help at the time, like for traveling to compete on these kind of promotions. Shout out to my family, my son Liam, thank you, for just being my biggest fan. And I would like to thank the people at Garami Grappling as well, helping me grow in the sport. So that's it.
Well, we are excited to have you. Please go get yourself a steak. Please go enjoy your day. And if you don't have a steak, I hope you have some great food, but we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Bella Miller. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, folks. I see here I have an Alex Rogers. Here we go. Alex Rogers, a fan favorite here at Subversiv BJJ. And as a reminder, you can order the pay-per-view for this tomorrow at spectationsports.com. That is spectationsports.com. You can also check us out here live and in person at Ovation Square. Tickets available at subversivbjj.com. Alex, how are you doing, sir? Brother, how has it been, man?
It's good. It's good to be back. Good to see you again.
Let me tell you something. It was cool seeing you in one match last time. But then, shirt comes off, you say, I'm doing it again. What made you want to have a second match the time you were here last at Ovation Square?
I just always want to fight. That's really what it comes down to.
I mean, we like those people. So, imagine my surprise when I'm sitting up there at commentary, and I'm like, oh, who is this gentleman? I usually know what's going on here. Oh, wait, no, it's you, Alex. What are you doing back out there? So what did it feel like when you had the experience last time? Did you enjoy your Subversiv experience last time?
Yeah, I was. This is definitely the funnest event I've ever done. And then just the first fight was epic. And then being able to, get out there and do it again the second time was cool. So that offer still stands. I'll do it again.
Oh, hold on. One thing at a time. We'll see what we're into. Let's hope that nobody gets injured so we don't have to do that.
That's true.
But I do have to say this. The reason why it was so funny to me is I was watching you to the side. I saw you taking a seat. Were you enjoying food and drink in between the matches?
I had a mouthful of nachos when they called my name out.
I have to tell you, I take in a lot of photos, like visual photos. I have a decently photographic memory for certain things. I distinctly remember seeing you in the seats over there, nachos in hand, so that when I saw you getting a match, I go, that can't be the same person. That gentleman had nachos in hand and was chilling, and lo and behold, here you were. So maybe slow after on the food, because if you're the first person going to get up, I don't want you being like, man, I would grapple, but I gotta wash my hands. This is all nacho grease right here, man.
No excuses. I'll fight with nachos or without.
So let me ask this. Did I see you competing somewhere else recently? Were you recently in Vegas competing as well?
Yeah, I was in Vegas at Desert Duels in September.
What was that experience like? And what specifically was unique about that experience?
Desert Duels was cool because it was a 5-on-5 quintet style, like Battle of the Branches, they call it. So I was Team Navy, of course. I was a Navy SEAL for 12 years. I think most of you guys know that. And then a couple other teammates were SEALs or worked with the SEAL teams. And then we had a match against the Army team and then the Air Force team. We didn't face the Marines, but yeah, and it was just, and then there were some super fights too, but the whole purpose of the Desert Duels was to get just represent the 5 branches and do a 5-on-5 in their own kind of like unique way. Like the weights were kind of all over the place. I think we had 3 guys well over 200 pounds. And then the other 2 were like 185. So it wasn't like your typical, quintet.
Well, I mean, shout out Bryce, a friend of the show as well.
Yep.
I mean, I asked him about it because the first time they didn't have it aired anywhere. It wasn't streamed anywhere. It felt like a secret, but I saw them at the Apex Center, and I just sent him a note. And I was like, hello, who are you and what are you doing? Because it looks cool.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I saw you were going to be on that. And I was so stoked because when you compete for us, we're rooting for you in general. We want to see you competing everywhere. And I was so stoked to see you on that, man. So it looked like a really cool experience.
It was a lot of fun.
And I mean, tomorrow, not to be outdone, we have a quintet here. Just saying, law enforcement, check that out, spectationsports.com. But for you, what is the appeal of this? Like, what do you know about your opponent, and what can you tell us about him?
I don't know a whole lot. I checked his Instagram out a little bit. I normally don't look at my opponents beforehand. I just get in my head about it. But I checked him out. Looks like a bigger guy. Looks like, I think he's a black belt. Looks like he likes leg entanglements. I think he's done a couple combat matches here before, so he's a vet. This will be my first combat match, so it'll be fun. But talking to Mike and some other people here, they think that they have a good dancing partner for me, and him and I are gonna put on a show. It's an honor to be the first combat match of the night. So I'm gonna bring it.
I mean, I saw you put that up there, and I also saw a statement on your Subversiv repost. You were like, first combat jiu-jitsu match of the night, wonder why? Well, wonder why. Why?
Well, I know why. Let me tell you. Because, I bring with me that warrior tenacity, that aggression. I'm a big, strong, fast, powerful person. I think I have a pretty loud personality, especially, just within the Subversiv community of the last time of bringing the 2 fights, like hopping off the couch, mouthful of nachos, ripping my shirt off and getting after it against a guy I didn't even know anything about. Found out later who he was, and was like, oh, okay.
He wasn't bad. We'll leave it at that. But
he's pretty decent.
the thing I did love about it, though, was the enthusiasm that you had and the willingness, because there's always something here. We got so many of our guys who work on this staff who are always chomping at the bit, and they're always volunteering. And I always tell them, I'm like, I'm very proud that you would volunteer. Like, I have respect for you, but I need you to work.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you do it. I was like, well, he doesn't work for me, so he can go take that match. That's perfectly fine.
Yep.
But it's something that's relatable to all of us, because we see that and we're like, yo, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have to. So it's a cool thing. I would tell you this. You got a good dance partner. I think it's going to be a hell of a match, and I think you're right. I think it is put there for a reason to start off our night and give us some fireworks to begin the evening. But I would love for you to tell the people right there at that camera why they should buy the Spectation Sports stream of this, or they should come check us out live here at Ovation Square.
Yeah, let's start with if you can make it here, definitely do it. And don't tell me you can't. I just flew from Virginia Beach yesterday to make it to this, so there's no excuse why you can't be here. And if you can't, if you do have an excuse, it's valid. You could buy it online, watch it. It's going to be worth it. Like he said, the quintet with the law enforcement, it's really great to see those guys out there. I think all cops need to be a little more savvy with unarmed combat, jiu-jitsu, and stuff like that. Watch the news if you disagree. And other than that, just it's a great cause. They do a phenomenal job of putting on a show, looking out for veterans and first responders, really taking care of us. And like you said, you're a fan of the fighter, whether you're on the Subversiv mat or not. So that's really nice to be appreciated and looked after. And then just, if you love entertainment, like this is the spot. Like they got music, they got the DJs, they have the entertainment, they have the fighting. The crowd is vibrant. Look at this setup. I mean, come on. We got couches, we got lights, we got everything. So it's definitely, this is the place you want to watch. I will say if you watch this, everything else is going to seem a little boring. So, pick your poison, I guess.
That makes me very happy because I do find other things, I don't want to name names, but you know who you are, kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? So I will tell you this, Alex, do you have any shout outs that you want to do to friends, family members, anybody who makes you the grappler that you are, sir?
Yeah, of course. Friends and family, support system. Amy, who, took 8 hours out of her day yesterday to bring me my license because I forgot my wallet in Virginia Beach.
Sir, what happened?
This stupid Real ID thing, you got to fly with it, and I don't have one, so I used my passport. I flew here, realized I didn't have my wallet, so I flew to San Diego. Didn't have my wallet, so I just had my passport. Apparently it's not 2025 at the rental car places, so I couldn't get a rental car. So she took the train down from LA to bring me my license because she had a copy of it. It's true. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That was just self-incriminating, and I was like, bro, you could have landed that bird, and there's no way I know that. But honesty, good policy. So yes,
right.
You're right.
But so aside from that shout out, which is one of the biggest ones, of course, right now, Catalyst Nutrition, Cheryl been feeding me good. I've actually lost quite a bit of weight since I was here last, which is nice. I got my personal trainer, Dana, at Empowered Fitness 757, been working out with her. I got sponsored the Well VB, giving me float tank, cold plunge, and sauna access. Peptide systems helping me recover. And my gym back home, Diego Bispo Academy, and then all my friends and training partners there, keeping me sharp and get me ready for this. And then, of course, just the support online, the promotions allowing me to kind of build that momentum and get me in show to show to show. So I'm just keeping it going. And if you want to be a sponsor, I got some more space for you.
Yo, get this man some sponsorship. This is a dude who volunteers in literally every way possible for his country, for your entertainment, for the payment of nachos. I mean, my man's coming here. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty. But Alex, I got to tell you this, man. I'm so stoked to have you back. Welcome back here at Subversiv. You're a fan favorite for a reason, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow, my man.
Right,
thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hey, and shout out for getting that ID. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much going to do it for us here at Ovation Square. So a few reminders. I know we've said it a few times, but if you haven't gone to get the subscription, you should go do so now. Head on over to spectationsports.com. That is spectationsports.com, our official streaming partner. If you go there, you can definitely check out the action there, or if you're close and you want to come see it in person, we do have some tickets still available at subversivebjj.com. You don't want to miss out. It is always a banger here at Ovation Square. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we can't wait to see you guys. Shout out to Pajada USA, shout out to Patriot Empowerment, and shout out to New Hope Regeneration for all of their sponsorship, which makes all of this happen. On behalf of all of us here at Subversive BJJ, we look forward to seeing you guys here tomorrow at Ovation Square. Until then, It's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats.